All right, listen, I know I got a lot of 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds, entrepreneurs that are always checking us out and watching what we got going on, and today is going to be a first. We always talk about success. We talk about how it's a choice. It doesn't show up at the front door. Success leaves clues, so you have to understand when it's all said and done, it's a daily grind. Today I have with me none other than Elijah Gertrude. What's up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Happy interview today. I'm excited to be with you.
I'm excited to be here as well.
He is a starting guard for Hudson Catholic in Jersey City, one of the perennial high schools here in New Jersey. And as we get into your story, if you could share with all the folks what's going to be happening in November, I think it's a pretty big deal.
Yes, in November, I'm going to be signing to the University of Virginia. I played great this spring. Turned out well. I'm in a great place. I'm in great hands with Coach Bennett. So I'm excited.
So when we just for the record, all the folks that are out there, when we talk about signing, you're getting a Division I basketball scholarship, correct?
Yes.
And that's the equivalent of $60,000, $70,000 a year in tuition, if not more.
Yes.
And as I understand, the Virginia, are they still in the ACC? Are they an ACC team?
Yes, they're in ACC.
So you're lucky enough to go play Duke every year and North Carolina and all those schools.
Absolutely.
And didn't they just win a national championship recently?
Yes, they won a national championship in 2019.
Wow. So think about that, folks. We have, Elijah here who just is going to be signing in November to a proven winner, Virginia, who not only just won a recent national championship, he himself, Elijah, comes from a high school that has created high school All-Americans and probably 75 players between, Coach Nick Marinello's two schools, between Hudson Catholic and Bloomfield Tech. And pretty amazing. And you're one of those next players that is going to move on. So if you could talk about, the recent journey, we'll talk about spring into now. And it seems like there was a step up from where you were the summer before. And then we're going to go back in time a little bit. So for the kids that are out there, sophomores and juniors, and how important it is to do things in the off season and where it could land you, if you could share that'd be awesome.
Ultimately, you just have to stay in the gym. Be confident in yourself. That was one of my biggest issues coming into high school. Freshman year, sophomore year, it was just confidence. Once you build your confidence, there's no going back. Just go out there, play your game, be confident. Get in the gym. When you get in the gym, work on things that you're going to do in the game. That was really the biggest thing, and that's what took a step this spring.
Yeah, what happened this spring, if you could get into that a little bit?
This spring,
because you guys had a great season last year, right? You won the counties. I think you had a little bit of an upset in the state tournament.
Still mad about that.
Yeah,
still mad about that.
But but good point. Did that lead you into a spring mindset?
Yes,
of elevation.
Yes, it actually did. Losing that game to St. Peter's Prep in the state stat, it triggered something in me. We beat them for the county championship. Everybody was excited, and then we had to finish it off. And we couldn't finish it. I think that's what sparked it all. I just don't like losing. So when we lost to them in the States, it's a city rival. It's a rivalry. So when we lost to them in the States, it sparked something in me.
Tell us about it.
Went out in the spring, playing with the City Rocks. It was a new organization. Never played with them before. Was searching for an AAU team to play with.
Now, you had been on previous AAU teams, being as you're a very good player that you were.
Yes.
Was there something different about this?
It was just
your attitude that may have been elevated?
It was ultimately a new team, the new fit that I was trying to find. Coach Hart, they came in, they welcomed me with open arms. The whole organization, they welcomed me. Just getting there, didn't feel any pressure. Just go there, play my game. Coach Hart, he set everything up for me. He knew how I played, the plays that he ran, the sets that he ran. It all helped me at the end of the day. As I got comfortable with the team, after the first session, after the second one, as I got comfortable, it picked up. That's when things started sparking as a team. We had runs, and then we had losses. But after the losses, we got right back on our feet, and the runs, it picked back up.
So a lot of people who have, parents like myself, right?
Yes.
And then players that are watching right now, they may not get on these elevated AAU teams. You have to have a skill set to get there. But there could be a step below and a step below. It sounds like to me this summer, some good things happened during your. Was it in the summer these tournaments, or were
Yes,
they really
the
the
summer.
ones in like Pittsburgh and Atlantic City that happened in, I guess, June, maybe May and June? Is that when those tournaments that you did really well took place, or was it more in July?
It was in July as well. It was just really the spring and the summer, like towards the beginning of the summer.
And that's when the
really
coaches could come see you, right?
Yes,
Is that
yes.
the open window or something?
Yes, that's the live period.
Got it. Live period. Thank you. And you played exceptionally well. And is that like where were you the year before? What were you tracking?
The year before, I actually only had scholarship offers from St. Peter's, Iona.
Which is the MAC conference?
Yes,
Yeah.
mostly MAC schools, Siena. So just going from those offers and those schools to where I am now, it's a blessing.
Well, not first. And by the way, getting a Division I scholarship offer is incredible.
Yes.
Just like
Yes.
we'll start there. But I'm interested in your dynamic, your mental DNA, let's call it. That you had that on the table, and you're like, you know what, I could take this further.
Yes.
And you didn't rest. It sounds like you didn't rest on your laurels. It sounded like you would continue to push forward. What was in you that made you want to keep pushing forward?
It was just the drive that I had. I knew I could be something bigger. I could be bigger and better. The competition, the MAC is a great conference.
Yeah.
Just a Division I school is Division I school.
Yeah.
So I knew I was something bigger.
tracked.
Yes. I just had to get there.
Now, do you have accountability partners besides parents and coaches? Is there accountability partners that drive you every day? In business, we have accountability partners. Is there kids that I know you have a very good team. Do you guys have like a thing where you kind of just push each other and make sure you keep it?
That's gonna
100?
That's gonna be there regardless. We're always gonna push each other.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I have an accountability partner, but there's definitely people that pushes me.
Yeah.
I know Coach Nick is one.
Yeah.
Coach Nick is gonna continue to push me, whether I made it or not. He's gonna continue to push me. My mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, they're all there.
Are you the oldest, youngest, in the middle?
I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle?
Yes.
And where did you grow up?
I grew up in Jersey City.
Jersey City?
Grew up in Marion Gardens.
Yep.
It was.
How were the early years?
That's something that really drove me as well. Growing up, being from Marion Gardens, that really drove me. Coming home and seeing my mom, my dad, having to work extra hard, that's something that really drove me.
And what does mom and dad do? What
My
was their-
mom she's in the financial department for Hudson Group. My dad is a superintendent for Irby.
So your parents every day, like, was there dinner at night at 5:00, and you guys would talk about like what was the messaging? Because listen, I mean, growing up inner city is very difficult as it is, right? To protect you from the outside streets, what was the messaging like in the early years?
Just keeping the right people around me.
Proximity is power.
Yes. Want people with my best interests at heart.
And what grammar school did you go to?
Jersey City Community Charter School.
Were you guys really good?
We had we
Were you averaging like 50 when you were like in 5th grade?
No.
What
It was pretty much the same as high school now, actually. My 6th grade year, I really didn't play much. I played a little bit. 7th grade year, I was in the starter lineup. 7th grade year, I played a little bit as well.
Wow.
Well, and then 8th grade year, that's when it started
blew out.
picking up. Yes, and then freshman year at Hudson Catholic was the same thing. Played a little bit.
Now, did you play freshman in JV? Did you play varsity? What was your? What made you choose Hudson Catholic?
Firstly, it was a decision that we sat down. We actually had to think about because Marist was on the table.
Yeah.
St. Peter's Prep.
Marist closed down.
Yes,
right?
Marist closed down. That was one of the
Imagine
biggest
if you would
things.
have made that.
That's yeah. Yeah, Marist closed down. That's why I didn't pick Marist. Marist closed down.
Who was coach of Marist at the time? I was out of touch. I forget.
Coach Gamble.
Okay.
Coach Gamble.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Got it.
There was St. Peter's Prep, and then my brother went to Dickinson High School as well.
Now, was your brother a good basketball player?
Yes.
Did he play? Is he in college?
Yes, he goes to Alberta's Magnus now.
Wow, that's awesome.
In Connecticut. So yeah, that's
great. And how many years older?
He's 21 now.
So did he used to like just dominate every day for?
He used to dominate.
Kid, is he still dominating you? Or
I think I think he could.
Listen, I didn't say that, big brother. That's I'm just here interviewing my man right here. Go ahead.
I think he could. He has to get back in the gym. He has to get back to working. He was a workhorse, but he lost it a little bit. But
How's his physics? Is he like you? Is he taller? What's the skill set?
He's a little. I'm taller than him now.
Yeah.
He's a little shorter than me, but he's bigger.
Yeah.
He's a lot bigger than me.
Is he tatted up and everything? Like just to let you know what time? No.
No.
All right.
He's
Your mom and dad wouldn't let that happen.
No.
Yeah, it's good.
But yeah, he was a great player. That's who I was looking up to.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to be like him.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Now he gets to watch me do what I love.
Does he come check you out? Does he get excited?
Yes.
Does he give you like after games? Does he give you credit first, or does he tell you have to work on then credit? How does that? What's the dynamic?
It depends on what type of game I'm having.
Yeah.
Like if I'm having a great game, he's gonna come to me and tell me what I need to do first. Like what I need to do better.
That's good.
And
But he's there if you're struggling.
Yes. He's always there.
That's amazing. So, listen, you choose Hudson Catholic, right?
Yes.
And Hudson has a good track record. Obviously, they're a powerhouse in New Jersey at that point. Are you playing JV? Are you playing freshman? Are you, as a freshman, where are you at?
I played mostly freshman and JV, but I was on a varsity team.
Yeah.
So I played probably like 3 to 4 minutes a game as a freshman. As a sophomore, I actually had to go to the starting lineup. Coach Nick put me in the starting lineup sophomore year.
Wow.
It was a little different sophomore year because of COVID.
Yeah.
So.
Were you nervous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually had to play the 5. Had to play the big man, the center, my sophomore year. Wow. I was about 6'1".
110?
I was about 6'1", probably 155 pounds, 160 pounds.
Going against
6'8",
yeah.
225, 230. So it was difficult, but we made it work. That was a great team.
How'd you guys do that year?
We did pretty good that year. I think because of COVID, we only played about 11 games that year. So I think we lost about one game that year. So
yeah, and that was like a nice retooling year. And
yes.
You probably was there a lot of gym time? Like, how did it work back then? I know with COVID around here, we used to get in trouble just in the parks.
Yeah, it was.
So we couldn't even get into a gym until like after, I want to say the spring.
Yeah, it was difficult.
Yeah.
We weren't, the way our school, the way Hudson Catholic had it set up, there were 2 groups. There were Group A and Group B. So it was hybrid. So some people would be online some days, and then some people will be in school some days. So they'll switch back and forth. They'll alternate. Yeah. So if you're not you'll be in school Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Then the other group will be in Tuesday and Thursday this first week. And then next week it flips. It was different, but they made it work.
So tell me about like the culture of the school itself. What is it about Hudson Catholic that you really love, that really makes you happy to be part of it, both academically and obviously in the basketball as well?
I don't know exactly what it is, but it's definitely like a certain energy coming from the school.
Yeah.
It just brings you in.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the students, the staff, the grounds itself, but it's something that definitely brings you in, that makes you want to keep coming back to Hudson Catholic.
And how's the students like, when it comes to like, obviously supporting you're a great basketball team. Yes. Is there like a really good energy about, how they cheer for you guys, and the home games, and what's all that like? The home games,
every sport is, the fans, they show up when they come. Basketball, football, volleyball, it's amazing. It's amazing how the students come together for the games like that.
And if you think about Hudson, like what is it, if you're going to talk to a 7th, 8th grader, that you would tell them, besides sports, like why it's the energy there is something that, you really felt like you're glad you went, and this is why. Like, what is it about it?
Hudson Catholic is it's a family. So at the end of the day, everyone. You're always going to talk to everyone. It's connected. It's a family. Yeah. So if I was telling an 8th grader, 7th grader about Hudson Catholic, I would just say it's like your home.
Yeah,
it's a home. That's definitely what it is.
Do you have a favorite teacher there? Do you have somebody that's really impacted you?
Yes. My freshman year, Ms. Bison, the religion teacher, she helped me out a lot.
Yeah.
Now I got one of my favorite teachers now is Mr. McGady. He grew on me a lot. Last year I had him. That's Mr. McGady's a history teacher.
Yeah.
I had him. He loved him.
So what is it? I'm interested. Like, what is it about how he grew on you or how the connection happened, where he's obviously your teacher and he's
Yes.
teaching you stuff about history. But what is it about the style that really made you want to listen and be a part of that and just be a part of that class?
I've always just, as a person, I just looked up to him. The way he did everything, and then he went through what he went through. He went through a lot with his wife passing away from cancer. So everyone was there for him. So at the times when most needed, the Hudson Catholic family, they showed up for him. They helped him through the hard times.
Amazing.
And
that's the family you're talking
yes,
about. Yeah.
yes.
You know, for all you teachers out there that are listening, we talk about the academic and the educational system, at least from a financial perspective, is kind of broken because they really don't teach financially, you know, how people could become entrepreneurs and successful in business. But what I just heard Elijah just talk about, and this is for all you good folks, if you teach from the heart, you're gonna hit the heart, and you are at the first line of defense for kids, you know, to be able to take that next step forward in the game of life. And your message every day is so important. And I think Elijah just highlighted two teachers in particular. Major shout out to you guys and gals, and thank you for being part of that. So, you want to talk about basketball?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Tell us about. I got two kids. One's a junior, one's a sophomore. And we work every day. We work hard. Tell us about missed shots. Tell us about attitude and mindset that you bring every day and how it's landed you to where you are right now. For all the kids that could be watching.
Missed shots is going to happen. Nobody's perfect. Turnovers, that's a part of basketball. One thing that Coach Nick taught me was, you miss a shot, don't put your head down. Just get back on defense. That's a major thing. If you put your head down, the offense, the opponents, they're running, getting down to the other side of the floor. Yeah. They're trying to score. So you miss a shot, just get back on defense. You turn the ball over, get back. Don't put your head down. It's all about confidence. You put your head down, the opponents see you put your head down. So that's a big thing I stand on now. Just keep playing.
Was there a time where, you know, put your head down physiologically speaking, if you put your head down, it sends a negative energy message just to yourself as well. Even if, like, whenever a kid misses a shot and they go, damn, you know, I'll say that when you make a shot. Don't say that when you miss a shot, because it's going to reinforce it. How do you go through a game, even if it starts out tough? Like, what stays in your system on how to work through a tough game? The team's winning, you may not be playing well. Yes. Right? But the team's winning, right? How do you stay within that game and that team environment in those situations?
I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's definitely hard to when you're having an off game, shots not falling. It's definitely hard to keep going. Yeah. But it's just with the same thing as confidence. You just got to keep your confidence. You lose your confidence, it changes the whole way you play the game.
Was there ever a time that you lost your confidence?
There was never a time I lost my confidence. It was always hard finding my confidence. So I was always on the smaller side, weight-wise. I was always scrawny, skinnier than everyone. So confidence was a big thing for me. Freshman year, I was smaller, skinnier. So, but as my confidence grew, I started playing my game.
You know, it's interesting to me, confidence comes from work ethic.
Yes.
Right? So, you know, in business or in basketball, the harder you work consistently on a daily basis, the natural byproduct is confidence. What does your off season look like when it comes to your individual practicing?
Individual practices is it's something that you have to work on. For me, it was a little challenging. That's something I wouldn't do before, but as time went on, as I got older, as I got more mature, and I started getting in the gym a lot more, that's something that I still have to work on. I know I can still get in the gym a lot more.
What is your mental approach to that? Do you do mental visualization? Do you do besides showing? Because it sounds like you show up every day,
yes.
Right? It sounds like you've elevated. You got a Division I scholarship to Virginia, which is incredible. By the way, that's like the odds on that. I think there's 500,000 high school basketball players. 1,800 get a Division I scholarship. Just to put that into perspective, 500,000 high school basketball players. 1,800 get a Division I scholarship. Take that and rewind it back. With that being said, though, what is your mental approach Do you do mental visualization? Do you do things that do you do yoga? Do you do anything like that that gives you an edge up?
The main thing that pushes me is the thought of helping my family and the people around me. That's something I always wanted to do. Just growing up, watching my mom and dad work hard, I just want them to be able to have a chance to relax. I want to make it so they can sit back, watch me do what I love, and have a chance to just relax. So that's the main thing.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
5 years from now, oh my God. I'm hoping I'm in the NBA. I'm saying that now. I'm hoping I'm in the NBA.
You making a declaration right here, right
yes.
now?
Yes.
We're going to send it to the universe?
Yes.
So tell us about it.
That's a big dream. A lot of people don't make it to the NBA, but I'm hoping that I make it. Keeping the work and it's something that you dream of. Just as a kid growing up, that's something that stays in your head, making it to the big leagues.
Yeah, dream big right now. This
Yes.
is you have a window, right?
Yes.
And it's about dreaming big and not being scared to be successful.
Yes.
Right? And anyone that gets a Division I scholarship plays for the ACC. If they continue to dream big and they continue to work hard and they continue to do what got them there in the first place, the sky's the limit, right?
Absolutely.
And if your dream is the NBA, write it out, re-engineer it, and do what it takes to get there with integrity and with passion and with love in your heart,
Absolutely.
And do it for you, your family, your neighborhood, your school, but make sure it's for you first, right?
Yes.
Because if it's for you first, then you could help everybody else that you want to help,
Absolutely.
And that's what it's about. What is it about? Two things about the NBA. The NBA is the highest level, and obviously there's a level of compensation, but it sounds like to me you want to make it to the NBA because it's the standard, right? And the byproduct would be a level of financial success. When did you first start dreaming about the NBA, and can you recall what age it was that you felt there was a chance that you can get there?
I've been dreaming about playing professionally for forever. Just watching my mom, not really watch my mom, but my mom is a Hall of Fame. She's in the Hall of Fame at St. Peter's University
Really?
for women's basketball.
Wow.
So just knowing that,
folks.
yeah, knowing that my mom,
What was her position?
she was the small forward.
Okay.
So, small forward. So
Do you remember what years that she actually played?
I do
Late
not.
90s, early 2000s?
I would say probably. I know she was inducted in 2011.
Oh, wow.
So I think it would be.
Is she from Jersey City
Yeah,
too?
she's from Jersey City.
What high school did she go to?
She went to Dickinson High School.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yes,
That's
absolutely.
great. So basketball, you had a ball in your hand when you were little.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually have it's pretty funny. I actually have a picture on my second birthday where I had the basketball in my hand.
Yeah.
And I went to go, you could see it in the picture. I was going to shoot it. So it's pretty funny. It was my second birthday. So
What is it about your game? What's the best part of your game?
Ooh. I would say just the hard working part of it. I know a lot of people say athleticism, craftiness, but I think I just work hard.
Yeah.
That's something that I pride myself in, working hard. You lose the ball, you turn the ball over, just like I said, get back, just keep working hard.
And what's your position? You a two guard?
Yes.
Are you a good shooter? Like, how's your shooting skills? Are you a good slasher? Like, you great? What is your game made up of?
I would say I'm a great defender.
Yeah.
That's been coming up a lot. Great defender. That's one thing. That's one reason why the University of Virginia fits so well.
Oh yeah.
Great defender. I can slash, so getting to the rim, that's something that I do well. And from the shooting standpoint, that's something that I've been working on a lot.
Beautiful thing about shooting is you can work on that every day.
Yes.
Though. You can just get in the gym and shoot 500 jumpers every day.
Absolutely.
Every day, all day, twice on Sunday. And if you do twice on Sunday, it's 1,000.
Yes.
Right. Imagine if you did it twice every day though in the summer for 90 days.
You would
It's
probably
like 27,000 shots or something.
Probably be the best
Someone
shooter
should do the math. 500 shots in the morning, 500 shots at night, from June 1st to August 31st.
You gotta do the math on
You'll
that.
be in the NBA if you did
You'll
that.
be in the NBA. You'll be a lights out shooter.
So what's the message that you want to send to other kids that are out there on basketball and the importance of school? How that's given, I'm sure your grades have given you an extra opportunity as well.
Yes.
Right? And how important that is.
A message I would give to the kids out there, just keep working. Push yourself, step out your comfort zone. If you think no one believes in you, believe in yourself. It's good being uncomfortable. When you're uncomfortable, that's what makes you push yourself. So just step out of your comfort zone. When no one believes in you, believe in yourself.
First of all, I love that. Can you talk about when people are uncomfortable, like when you were uncomfortable in basketball situations, what you did? That's a great point, by the way. Can you give examples of when it happened where you were like, wow,
yes.
I didn't think it was going to be like this.
Yes.
But you did it, and then you were like, wow, I'm glad I did it.
I know I could speak for one time where I was uncomfortable.
I'd love to hear it.
Just this summer for the EYBL, the AAU circuit, there was a game when we picked up a new player, Simeon Wiltshire. We picked up a new player, and we now had a whole different starting five. So we no longer had the smaller guard in the game. So I had to play guard this game.
You had to play 2 or 1?
The 1.
Okay.
I had to play the 1.
Ooh.
So it was a little different.
Ooh.
It was uncomfortable. It was a little different. And I didn't know how it was going to turn out. But I used to play the guard, but this is years ago, like 6th grade, 7th grade.
And this is the big
now
game.
this is
Yes.
So I didn't know how this was going to turn out, but it turned out pretty well. Ended up scoring 25, shooting 8 for 10. So
was it a lot of foul line to foul line? Was it half court set? Was it like? Did you find yourself bringing it up methodically, or was it like more of a fast pace?
It was more of a half court set.
It's even better.
Yes. So just being uncomfortable just makes you produce a lot more. When you're uncomfortable,
you pay attention.
To detail.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's amazing. So, for if we fast forward 5 years, 10 years from now, and you could have it all, right? What does that look like? And I don't just mean money. I mean like just in the game of life. It's a good question.
That's
right?
a good question.
Start thinking about this stuff because
Yeah.
if you start, you'll start manifesting it.
Absolutely.
You got to take yourself to when you're 23 and what that feels like, and embody the feeling of the success that you want to step into. Right?
Exactly.
So visualize making the All-Star team. Visualize what that's like to play professionally and traveling 2-3 times a week and playing an 82-game season. And, all of a sudden, whoever your legends or your heroes are in the NBA, they could be on the same team that you're on. Imagine what that would be like in the locker room.
That'd be amazing.
Imagine what that would be like, practicing against them every day. So what you do is you take that emotion now and you fast forward to the future and you think about what that's going to feel like. And the universe has a way of making things happen for us, And if it doesn't, it wasn't meant to be, but something else was meant to be.
Yes.
But if you stay on your track and you stay disciplined to your daily habits, you'd be amazed at what happens. So if you could have it all 10 years from now, what would that look like? What would that feel like?
I would have to say 10 years from now. 10 years from now.
You're a veteran in the NBA.
Veteran in the NBA. I would say I would love to have an NBA Finals on my resume, on my track book.
Did you win or did you make it to the
yes.
Right. You got to be clear when you talk to the universe.
Win the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
I would say love to be an All-Star. Not once, maybe about 3 times. 3-time All-Star or more than that.
Did you write a book at that point?
I would love to write a book.
Was it written at that point or is it after that?
I would say after that.
Okay.
I'll write a book after that. So.
Do you have a brand?
Ooh. Yeah, I would love to have a brand. So 10 years from now, I would say win the NBA Finals. I'll say like 4-time All-Star.
Yeah.
Have a brand.
Do you have a social media presence that's incredible?
Yes.
That gets millions of views every day?
Absolutely.
And you have followers that just want to buy your products that you sell?
Yes. So it's a lot. It's a lot to think about.
It's good stuff to think about, but it only happens if you work hard every day.
Yes.
Right? So give us a quick opinion about this upcoming season.
Oh, it's going to be a great season.
Tell me all about it.
It's going to be a great season. We have a very young team. We basically have the same team from last year. We lost 3 seniors, so we have almost the same exact team. This is a great group of kids.
Yeah.
Just everybody in this group wants it.
What is the starting lineup like? Height and like what is the skills like? What does it look like? What a potential starting lineup? I know we're gonna be able to move around. We're gonna be able to get down the floor faster than everyone. I know that for a fact now. Probably got the quickest backcourt probably in the country. Wow.
I know that for sure.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a great season.
I can't wait to come to
this is
one
gonna
of the
be
games.
a great season.
I'm excited. So when is the season open up? At least here in New Jersey.
I know we start official practices, the first practice after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And I think our first game would be sometime in December, middle of December.
Awesome.
So
now, is there the state tournament's different this year, right? There's no tournament of champions. So does the state tournament end with the parochial championship? Is that how they're playing it? And then same thing, you still have a county championship though, right?
Yeah, still gonna have a county championship.
So how many games do you typically play a season?
What would it be this year? I'm actually not sure. I think it would be around 20, 25.
Yeah. Well, listen, Elijah, thank you for coming on. You're the very first high school basketball player I've had on here. I'm so excited about it. I'm excited now. I'm in your world. I'm in your energy space, and excited to watch what happens next. And looking forward to come checking out some games and just being a life coach in any way you ever want help with anything. You have access to my world, and looking forward to just watching to see what happens next. And this interview was an honor for me, much more than it was for you. This was a gift for me. I'm grateful to be part of this, and I can't thank you enough for coming down here. Is there anything you want to share to everybody out here, just as a last thought?
Just like I said, just believe in yourself. Your biggest supporter is yourself. If you support yourself, you don't really need anyone else. Just keep being you, keep pushing yourself, and be uncomfortable.
Be uncomfortable. I love it. That should be the name of it. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing you this season.
Thank you.